Hi guys, welcome back to my channel where I share my spiritual journey, my healing journey, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything in between, nothing but authenticity. So I've been on the journey, you guys, for since 2010, and been through a lot in my walk. And sometimes things in life, when we go through stuff, in our life and sort of makes you, you know what I mean, um but so I've been sharing, like breaking in generational curse, as a narcissist, I'll just call it, since the beginning, and to you know and I share, the spiritual, slash my situation is there's narcissistic dynamic, and then there's the narcissistic empath, energetic, energy, twin. They call it twin, whatever. Like I just share like a lot of this stuff that on this connection. I don't have nothing good because I've been through nothing with trauma, of course, you guys, and carrying, like in my situation, it is energetic connection. So I want to talk more about and elaborate more about this. I've already broken this. I've already, healed, and besides, we're going to talk about, energetically, and I was talking to my friend, and what's worse is like a narcissist energetically or a narcissist physically, and so and my story, and my situation, and they say the narcissists are your, when you're a curse breaker or whatever, and the divine, masculine, they call another name. It's like it's called divine feminine, divine masculine. Okay, when you're in these connections, there's another word for it, but it's nothing divine. Okay, of course, anybody knows that. But like in this, connection, it's am I as the empath, and in my situation, and I share, how everything went down, and again, I see this, you guys, as nothing romantic. Like in this connection, it's meant for you to learn, like any situation, you're supposed to learn and heal and evolve, and of course learn lessons, which you do, which I do. In my situation, I did a lot and very fast. Again, when you're dealing with my situation, with a toxic person, in my situation, very toxic, okay? And again, this person chose to work against me with another karmic, and everything, all this stuff backfired. So I wasn't working against one or two, and did this, like I said, alone, and this journey has been nothing but like, very hard and nasty, because it's energetic. So you're dealing with energetically a narcissist, and their energy is not nasty, okay? And anyways, like I said, I've already, done, I mean, like fast, you guys, I've done the work, and I healed, and I forgave, and you know what I mean. But these people, like I said, of course, your energy's pure. I have a pure heart, pure energy, and so, but their energy's nasty. So, and of course they want to, or try, like I said, try to attach to you. This is, like I said, been done, and I'm, the Lord's been pushing me. I, took a little break, because, I'm not gonna keep repeating like this person, watches and keep repeating and do all this. This is not for this person. You know what I mean? I already told this person to leave me alone. And when you tell somebody, it doesn't matter energy or not, well, you know what I mean? That's not my problem. That's not your problem. When someone does you and hurts you, and you've been there nothing but loving, and then they walk all over you guys, this has been done. But it's been overly toxic, and this, like I said, this person become obsessed. He watches me, all this stuff like that, you guys. So just bear with me. I want to share my story, you know what I mean? Because energetically, this has been so hard. My body has been through a lot, you know, and I'm trying not to get emotional. Like, and it just took me a minute, you know, I have to keep, you know, everything is, like I said, real. And, you know, I learned how to collect myself. You know, I've been through this a lot. So I do a lot of healing. Like I said, I did a lot of healing already, you know, and I have a mind of my own. I speak my own heart, my own things, you know, I don't, and we'll talk about that, you know what I mean, on here. But I'm someone that, you know, like I said, and we talk about control, it's all about control, manipulation, and situation, and you can't control a divine being. You cannot control someone God created not to control. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like I said, anyways, a lot of stuff like I've been through, you know. Again, you don't have, like I said, no hate and stuff like that, but I will not ever deal with toxic, or I will never, you guys, like I said, this person, you know, energetically has crossed my boundaries constantly. Why would I want to ever be with someone? You respect my boundaries. I don't respect this person, okay, guys? The roles have flipped in my situation, okay? In the beginning, like I said, you know, when you come across these people, you know, and there's dark shadow side, you know, and I was in my shadow side, I wasn't healed and stuff like that. You go through all your lessons, right? And you energetically, you heal. And this person chose to, you know, it was really bad, okay? To the point, you know, I healed from that. And this was genuine, okay? This, you know, purposely, you know what I mean? Like, so, purposely, was jealousy for me from the beginning, okay? Then you had a karmic, you know, and in the beginning, and she was obsessed, like, stealing with this person, you know, and, but he was jealous of me, you know what I mean, since the beginning, like, and since I walked away, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, and I'm over here, like, and, you know, and this is like a energetic, spiritual thing, you know what I mean? And so, as I, you know, gave so much grace to this person, you know what I mean? Like, in the narcissist and stuff like that. And in the beginning, that's your lessons, you guys. That's, you know, that's what you're supposed to do, is learn, right? You give them all this genuine shit, and then they take a fucking advantage of it, and blah, blah, you learn all the shit. You heal, you evolve, now you fucking don't want nothing to do with them, okay? And your energy's now their energy, right? It's like their karma. It's like, you know, you reap what you sow. So, you know, like, you generally don't want nothing to do with these people, because all the toxicity, all the stuff, and all the pain they put you through, you know what I mean? And it's like, nothing is worth it, you know? There's nothing you can give me, especially when you're you know what I mean? There's nothing, you know, I don't want your money, I don't want nothing from you know what I mean? And there's nothing you could do, especially when you cause someone pain unintentionally, stuff like that, like, and especially somebody that came into your life and that gave, and you know what I mean? Like, I gave and gave you guys so much, and I didn't get nothing in return. You know what I mean? I got nasty. I mean, exhaustion, like, continuing. And like I said in the beginning, there was, you know, a couple, you know, he was working against me and stuff like that. The karmic couple, they're called a karmic couple. They were both working against me, you know, constantly draining, you know what I mean? Like, and I endured so much, you know what I mean? Like, and so, and we're going to talk about that in this, you know, but, and this stuff that I didn't deserve, you know, and all this stuff that this person was doing against me, okay, backfired, you know what I mean? Like, and so, and then he got toxic, you know, everyone knows, you know what I mean? Like, and he would do just the most, you know what I mean? And, in the beginning, you have to learn, you know, like, you heal, you know, you learn, and it's like, I deserve way better than what the fuck I did, you know what I mean? Like, and that's true, that's right, and that's, you know, as I continue moving forward, you know what I mean? Like, whatever God has, like, I don't need to speak or defend. I'm here and share my testimony, guys, like I said, and I've been through a lot. I come on here, you know, and, you know, I rest, I do what I need to do, again, and, you know, I share my life, my journey, you know, and the good and the bad, you know, and like I share, this has been, it's like a spiritual war. We fight against, we do not fight against flesh and blood, but spiritual principalities in high places. You know what I mean? So it's not a physical, or it's like a spiritual, and but anyways, I just wanted to come on here and I have, like I said, so much, you guys, and I've been through a lot, you guys, and I'm just like, again, I want to share and open, more about this twin, whatever this thing is, and what I've been through, you know what I mean? Like, and I was looking when I was going through this stuff like that, you look on YouTube, or you look things, and you're like, oh, what's this, and I couldn't find, so sometimes, when these things like this happen, there's a purpose for it, I feel like my pain was for a purpose, sorry, woo, God. I mean, this has been a long journey, and not just energetically, you guys, for me. I mean, I've been through a huge transformation and continue, and in my life, and so it's just been, and I'm holding a lot of this stuff in, and so, like I said, the Lord has been leading me. I'm led by my passion and stuff like that, you guys, and I take my time, because this is, me and my life, and I genuinely care, and like I said, these last, was it 3.5, 4 years, it's been a long, you know what I mean? Like, and it's the end. It's been the ending for me, but, I guess you just, sharing and like, I like this person a long time ago, you know what I mean? Like, and it's like, again, this person has been very, disrespectful to me and crossing my boundaries and stuff like that. And it's, like I said, it's just gross. You know what I mean? Like, I have no interest. I don't need to tell this person. I told this person a long time ago, energetically, that, when someone abuses you or treats you, or you don't ever go back to anything that tried to break you. You know what I mean? Ever. Never. You know what I mean? Like, and the fact, this is energetic. So this is supposed to be, this person didn't take no accountability, nothing. You know what I mean? This whole journey, back and forth, and, it's and anyways, and so it's like, oh, ew, like, first off, I would never be with someone like that. You know what I mean? Like, and the fact that like, it just, I have so much to say. I want to do this quick video, and, and say, like, we're going to talk about, like I said, the good, the sad, just a lot of things, you guys. And, but, oh yeah, like I say, sorry, you were searching for all this stuff, and, I couldn't find it. And so this is where, purpose, and God's like, okay, now you're going to help the collective, because there is nothing like, and there's nothing like I've been through in this connection. There's so much, I'm sorry. And I've been through so much pain, you guys, sorry. Woo! And I don't think no one understands, like, sorry. No one understands, like, what I've been through, and this is not for this person, for information. This is my channel, and I'm gonna let you know, this is my heart, you know what I mean? And I want no toxicity, and if you have a problem with it, there's a button to click off of it. This is my life. And I'm not dealing with that energy ever again. You don't take accountability, you don't do that, you're done in my life. I will not be your friend, I will not be nothing, okay? People's own choices are all of our own choices in life is where we end up. You know what I mean? No one to blame. Yes, we have people like when I share my story, coming again, all stuff like that, but it's our job, everything, even my healing, even all this stuff that I've been through, I picked myself up. You know what I mean? And I was so respectful and, did the best I could, and to not just treat this person like shit like he did to me, okay? Very, you guys, and it's not hard because I'm gonna be real authentic, okay, you guys? I'm gonna be myself, but I try to still be classy at the same time, you get what I'm saying? Because I went through a lot, and we're gonna talk about in detail, because I want people that, and this kind of thing, and that if they're going through, and this is the kind of stuff you go through, and like, oh my God, am I tripping? No, you're not. Because I've been through so much crazy shit in this connection that this person did. And it's like, it grosses you out. Because it's like, how, like, you tell somebody to you know, stop doing all this stuff to you, you know what I mean? Like, and it's just gross, it is creepy, you know? And so, like, woo. I mean, like, I guess holding, you know, it's just hard. It's been, like, hard to, you know, like, I've been through so much, and it's like, you know, I'll get in this moment, it's like, I don't think people understand, so I just, like, stop. And I won't even, like, share, you know? And, woo. Like, everything that I speak is from authenticity, guys. Like, in this world, I mean, everything, you guys, like, I take my breaks when I need to, because I love myself, you know what I mean? Like, and, very passionate, you know, and like I said, my whole thing, everything is real, everything I learned on my walk, you know, and again, like I said, I've healed so much, I've evolved. It's crazy because, you know, like, you want to share it. I know there's so much going on, and there's so much narcissism, like, oh my gosh. And so, you know, it's like, and those are the people you're not, the people that don't, they're not supposed to understand you, okay? So those people need to be removed. The people that are meant to understand you will understand you, and those other people, bye-bye. You know what I mean? Like, especially people that, you know, don't consider your feelings. Again, that's one-sided. And we'll talk about that too, how the narcissist one-sided, they don't empathize with you, but they want you to empathize with them, constantly give you, on the video, constantly give you, you know, validation and love. Like I said, they want everything that comes in a real relationship, but all the benefits and all the accolades and stuff like that, but they don't want to give that back. You know what I'm saying? You know, and so that's, like I said, we call it one-sided. That's how it was, the whole thing, and I share all this stuff like that, and I don't personally think, and when you cause someone so much pain, there's no turning back. You know, you can't, there's nothing you can make it right. There's nothing, you know what I mean? Like, you know, even if God is leading this person in my situation, there's like, I tell God every day, it's like, fuck no, you know what I mean? Like, you know, just being away is my blessing. You know, just this person moved from my life is my blessing. That's what I feel like, you know what I mean? And we all know that, you know, like, because, you know, and we all of us, any story, and I want to say that anybody's story, everybody's story is valid. I'm going to make that very clear. I watch a lot of people, I watch this, that, and I empathize with them, you know what I mean? And what they've been through and all stuff like that, okay? Nobody's story is not valid, okay? All of our pain that we go through in this world is valid. And God, there's different forms and ways. We may have similarities and stuff like that, but there's, all of our pain is valid. And I want to make that very clear. Because your story is not my story. And that's why I gave the narc the benefit of the doubt, and these people the benefit of the doubt, because I'm not a narc. Okay, so I don't know what it goes through their mind, okay? And I mean, I'm gonna share, I'm very passionate, so I have a lot of knowledge, okay? But at the same time, I don't understand half of the stuff they do, you know what I mean? But, you know, the demonic, and I just share, you know what I mean? But like, it's my passion, you guys, it's my gift. So, it's like something that just lights me up, you know? It's like, yeah, you know, this is what you know, it's like, wow, you know, I'm so good. I've been so good. We're gonna talk about it because I'm in this world, and I just had a couple incidents the other day, and all this stuff is like, after I healed and evolved and went through awakening, guys, it's like, whoa, is it like just me? Or am I gifts? Am I seeing all this? You know what I mean? Like, and, all the gifts, I'm gonna just share my way, you know what I mean? Like, and, like I said, I've always been that kind of person that give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I go in this world, not just sitting there, oh, you're nice, you're nice, you're nice. No, I go in this world loving everybody. That's what God's taught me, okay? And creating people equally, okay, in this world, okay? Not because you're a narcissist, not because you treat me wrong, you're done. I don't care who you are, a narcissist, not narcissist, family members, we're going to talk about that too, because I just had another incident, okay? But I'm not the same person, you guys, and that's what they don't understand. It's like, they can't get all these old people that treat you bad and are out of your life. They don't get that in their head, you know what I mean? Like, and because they stay the same, you know what I mean? But you heal, evolve, and that's the whole point, is sometimes, you know, you go through this hard shit and it changes you, you know what I mean? It changed me, you know? And big time, you know? And but anyways, And again, you don't pray. It's not my job. And this connection too, it was not my job to change this person. You know, God taught me that you're not gonna change me. I'm not gonna change you. I'm not trying to change nobody anymore. You are who you are, and there's a purpose for that. So if he's a narcissist, he's a narcissist for a purpose, okay? And I'm an empath for a purpose, okay? I'm not trying to change or to do anything to this person, but you just don't align with me in my life. So that's it. You know, that's just the way it works. You know what I mean? You're not my people's. Period. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. You know, we have times and seasons in our life. And, and people play roles to teach us lessons, and then you're done. And it's when the toxicity comes in. When you're done with that lesson, you continue keeping that person in your life. You know what I'm saying? And then that's what the toxic is. They're never meant to stay. You know what I mean? They're only meant for a little lesson in your life. You know what I'm saying? So we got to defer from lessons to blessings, okay? And what's meant to teach us lessons, say bye-bye, and what's meant to keep, we're supposed to keep, okay? And you don't know that, okay? Of course, everybody knows that. You know, when we go through this stuff like that, what makes you feel good? If you don't make me feel good, you're out of here, dude. You know what I mean? You're out of here. So, anyways, God bless you. I'll see you on my next video, guys. I had to take a little vacation, and I'm just gonna pray, and I'm gonna share as the Lord leads. It's hard. I'm learning to open my heart up again after this, and anybody knows that, you learn to open up again and just, open your heart again. Like, it's not like I don't open my heart to, like, I go out here and stuff like that, and I'm still the same person. I still treat people, you know what I mean? I just have all this knowledge and wisdom, and, and now it's crazy. It's like my gifts. Like I'm telling you guys, we're going to get into so much, okay, guys? But I just want you to know, like, and I want to share. And it's like I said, I'm in the, what is it, receive, and I'm learning, like I said, in my life to receive a lot, and like I said, I took care of myself. We'll go on another video. So sorry guys, I just have so much to say. But God bless you, and I'll see you in my next video, guys. Thank you for your love and support. I truly need it. And please comment below, or and say hi and stuff like that. Like I said, this has been a very, very long journey and very lonely, I feel. And I think all of our journeys, like I'm not, I went through all my lessons learned. So I'm just very cautious. I don't just let anybody in my life and in my energy anymore, and unless it's stamped and approved by my angels and God. There's like it's like I feel like I have a recruiters, you know what I mean? They're like, nope, out of here, you're not allowed. Yes, you are allowed. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I have security, you know what I mean? It really is, energy security, where you have to go through a screening. Are you healed? Are you evolved? Are you toxic? You're toxic. You're not allowed in anything fucking toxic in my life. Never. You know what I mean? Like I am, like, it's the opposite of toxic, okay? And then we're gonna talk about the toxicity, and then peace. My name should be next to peace. You know what I mean? Like just opposite. Like just nothing. Because I'm a curse breaker, you guys. So I broke all these curses of my life. And through. I like to say my life's boring, but it's not, because of all the shit I've been through. Obviously. But yeah, I live a boring life, you know what I mean? Like, and I like that because I've been through so much in my life, and, but anyways, I love you guys. I'll see you in my next video. God bless you. And I love everybody, but I do not like ugly, and I'm not a hater in this world. So yeah, like I said, we'll get into the story, and, and talk more. Okay, love you. Bye bye. Mwah. Mwah.